In the sprawling tapestry of ancient India, the destinies of kingdoms weren't just carved out by the cold steel of swords. They were shaped by something far more powerful, something that flowed through the very veins of society: dharma. This wasn't just a word. It was a universe of meaning, duty, truth, and the cosmic moral order. The stories that bring this concept to life, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, are not just epic poems. They are profound explorations of what it means to be human in a world where every choice has consequences. Let's start with the Ramayana. It introduces us to Prince Rama, the ideal man, the pride of Ayodhya. He is the embodiment of dharma, a son so obedient he accepts a 14-year exile to the forest without a single question, just to honor a promise his father made long ago. His life seems to be a straight path of righteousness. But the universe has other plans. His beloved wife, Sita, the epitome of grace and virtue, is abducted by the formidable demon king Ravana. Suddenly, Rama's personal tragedy becomes a cosmic crisis. His quest to rescue Sita isn't just a love story. It's a profound lesson in leadership and morality under extreme pressure. He isn't a king with an army at his command anymore. He is in exile, with only his loyal brother Lakshmana by his side. Yet he builds an army of monkeys and bears, not through coercion, but through inspiration. His leadership is not about ego or power, it's about righteousness. He inspires loyalty because he lives by his principles, even when it's hard, even when it feels hopeless. The Ramayana shows us that true strength isn't about having power, but about upholding your values when you have none. Now let's shift our gaze to the Mahabharata, a story of a far different shade. If the Ramayana is a clear river, the Mahabharata is a swirling, muddy whirlpool of human emotion. It tells the story of two sets of cousins, the 5 Pandavas, who are generally noble and righteous, and the 100 Kauravas, consumed by jealousy, ambition, and a burning desire for power. They are family bound by blood, but torn apart by a single fateful game of dice. This isn't a simple tale of good versus evil. It's a messy, complicated family drama scaled up to an epic conflict. The Pandavas are forced into exile, their wife Draupadi is publicly humiliated, and every attempt at peace is sabotaged by the relentless greed of the Kauravas. The conflict simmers for years, a brewing storm of resentment, pride, and a sense of injustice that poisons everything it touches. The Mahabharata dives deep into the gray areas of morality, asking us how fragile virtue becomes when it's tested by politics, betrayal, and the raw, untamed emotions that drive us all. As both stories hurtle towards their inevitable confrontations, the true test of dharma begins. Battles ignite, alliances are forged and fractured, and the gods themselves descend from the heavens to intervene. In these moments of high drama, the characters are caught in a relentless struggle between their duty, their dharma, and their personal desires. In the Ramayana, Rama must balance his love for Sita with his duty to uphold justice. In the Mahabharata, the Pandava warrior Arjuna hesitates on the battlefield, horrified at the thought of fighting his own kin, his teachers, and his friends. War becomes the ultimate crucible, the fiery forge where ideals are hammered against the anvil of harsh reality. Every decision carries weight, every choice has a moral cost. For Rama, rescuing Sita means waging a war that costs countless lives. For the Pandavas, reclaiming their kingdom means destroying their own family. These epics teach us that in the real world, there are no clean victories. Every triumph is tinged with sorrow, and every gain comes with a loss. The battlefield is not just a physical space. It's a moral one, where every character must confront the consequences of their actions. The conclusions of these epics are where their true genius lies. They don't offer simple, happy endings. The Ramayana concludes with Rama's victory. He defeats Ravana and rescues Sita, but the celebration is short-lived. Back in Ayodhya, whispers and rumors begin to circulate about Sita's purity after being held captive in Ravana's palace. To uphold his dharma as a king, to be beyond reproach in the eyes of his people, Rama makes a heartbreaking choice. He asks Sita to leave, exiling his beloved wife to the forest once more. It's a devastating moment that questions the very nature of perfect dharma. Can a commitment to public duty justify a private cruelty? The Ramayana doesn't give an easy answer. The ending of the Mahabharata is even more soul-crushing. The Great Kurukshetra War finally happens, an 18-day bloodbath that leaves millions dead. The Pandavas win. They reclaim their kingdom. But at what cost? The battlefield is soaked in the blood of their cousins, their uncles, their teachers. The victory is hollow, filled with an unbearable grief. The survivors are left to wander through a ghost-filled kingdom, forced to confront the horrifying cost of their vengeance and pride. Was it worth it? It is here that the divine guide Krishna offers his timeless wisdom through the Bhagavad Gita. He teaches Arjuna, and through him, all of us, that true dharma is rarely simple. It is not a checklist of rules to be followed. It is a complex, often painful path that requires us to act without attachment to the results, to do our duty even when it breaks our hearts. The Mahabharata teaches that suffering is an inescapable part of the human condition, and righteousness is not a shield against pain, but a guide on how to navigate it. In the end, both tales endure because they are unflinchingly honest about the human condition. They insist that true righteousness isn't proven in times of ease and comfort. It's forged in the moments when it feels impossible, when every choice is a compromise and every path leads to some form of suffering. These epics don't give us tidy answers or neat moral lessons. They don't tell us that being good will always lead to happiness. Instead, they offer something far more valuable: the enduring hope that in a world of chaos and confusion, the choice to be virtuous, the struggle to uphold dharma, still matters. It is that struggle, that beautiful, heartbreaking, and ultimately human struggle, that makes these stories immortal. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the heart of ancient epics, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories that explore the depths of our shared human experience. See you next time.